Hello, everyone. Welcome to week two. I am Greg Zarko, and this is MPA 585 Political Economy. This slide will also work as my overview slide, and this week we will be discussing. Uh, I will be providing one example of a market failure. I will be describing what good the market failed to produce and what the government did to intervene. Thank you. So this week we will be discussing market failures. And a market failure occurs when there's an inefficient allocation of resources. Our textbook provides us with the information that there are six basic types of market failures. One being imperfect competition, two public goods, three externalities, four incomplete markets, five imperfect information, and six unemployment and other macro economic disturbances. The ones I will be or the example that I will be focusing on this week is public goods, and the public good that I will be talking about is law enforcement. In order to be defined as a public good, it needs to have two characteristics. It must be non-exclusive and non-rivalry. In the case of law enforcement, it would cost too much to charge a victim of a crime for police services. So the federal government has intervened and has taxed everyone in order to pay for this public good to be provided. After all, the textbook uses the military as the example, but it applies to law enforcement. It costs the same to provide services for the city as it does to provide services for part of the city. And as a side note, depending on where you live, the city or county um, police is funded by property, business, and or sales tax. And there are instances where there's voter approved increases for sales tax that would go into law enforcement funding. In conclusion, this week we discussed one type of market failure, and we learned that there are several others. And a key takeaway from this week is, for me personally, is that there are certain instances where the federal government does need to step in and take control of the market, because the private sector will not provide that good. Um, so this concludes my presentation this week. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening, and God bless.